Okay everybody, long time no here, well not really that long, but anyways, I'm finally moving into a bigger place. We have a big front and backyard and it's so old that I can do all this DIY and do up stuff and I just cannot wait. So obviously I'm not going to be able to post as much, and then also my computer's decided to, one of my external hard drives has decided to not read, and I've got all my uni stuff on there and everything. Kind of good. It forces me to focus more on the move than, pushing the whole stuff with uni. And yeah, this is my fuzzy face having a good snoop around the yard. So just touching base, we're in winter in Australia, so it's pretty cold. So I'll show you the progress of some of the plants. Also, compost. If you live in an apartment block, not 2-level, 3-level, but just a single level apartment block, usually you have body corporate or gardeners that prune and cut everything around the premises, if you like near the carport and things like that. Find out when they come, because instead of them throwing out the leaves and the cuttings from the trees, make sure there's no weeds in it, like go through it afterwards. You can dump it straight into your compost bin, and that will give you so much green. Browns. Looks green, but it's classified as a brown. Because what you'll find is you'll be fine with doing the greens, like things like your food scraps and your veggie scraps, but you'll be limited on leaves and that sort of thing, because you may not have a lot of trees, like this sort of thing. It's a small little courtyard. So yeah, find out when they're around and grab them. Say, look, are you done with that? Can I have that when you're finished? Or and it's a bit of a win-win. Now I've been a bit slack with the compost because I've had to be looking at house hunting and things like that. So I haven't been turning the compost, and I eat a lot of bananas, so it's a lot of green potassium, and the bin's nice and warm. So I have got these little damn gnats, really annoying. So I basically you've got to make sure you turn your compost at least once every 2 weeks. But yeah, so that's the update on that one. This is broken down pretty well. Do this with one hand. You can see that underneath. The new garden in the new place is going to love this stuff. I'm actually at the moment working on the zoning, the sectors, and I just got to start on the water basin, establishing where the water basins are, and planning around that. So you want to plant things appropriately, so one, you don't have to water as much, two, you take advantage of what the plant's like. No different to finding a new place. When you put your plants somewhere, you want them to find a place that suits them. They might like the cold, they might like the summer, they might like a lot of water, they might like shade. Think about all the things you'd like when you move into a place, and not everyone's the same. Plants, that's how I look at it anyway. So I've just given that a really rough toss. I'll give it a better toss tomorrow. There's that one. So progressing along. So if you hear birdies in the background, they've seen me, spotted me, and they're all saying hi. This is that blue wave succulent that I showed you a while ago. And these are just the offshoots, and it's just in a jar of water. And I just love these flowers in, the middle of the cold of winter. And they're just stunning. You could just use it as a centerpiece, but you will have to watch out for larvae and mozzies, as per usual with water. Hey Sean, what's this? There's some cat grass? Oh, he's so funny. As your cats get older, they so get geriatric. the little clovers. So the other thing I want to show, this is the Boston ivy, and if you have a good look at the leaves, let's see if I can get this in the light, there's this beautiful like eggplant red colour coming through the leaves, which is normal for a Boston ivy, okay? Everything else is pretty cool. The Vietnamese mint has been so hardy with the cold. It's even got all these abundant little shoots at the base. My blue star, I love this. It's got some nice green. It's going to come up really nice in the summer. The lemon tree is doing fine. She's recovered from that wasp issue we had earlier in the summer and in spring. The lavender is, look at that, it started to shoot its flowers from being dead. Damn it, spiderwebs, can't handle spiderwebs. This is the Chinese wisteria. Normally what will happen this time of the year, the leaves will turn yellow and then they'll fall off. And the actual tree itself will go barren. This is only, what, a 6-month-old tree. When it becomes barren and there's no leaves, it's a perfect time to prune. So prune off any dead or diseased looking branches. It's quite young, so there's not going to be much pruning at all, if any. Also, you can prune to shape what you're growing it with or onto or near. I'm actually thinking of putting this girl at the front of the new house, which is all white rendered and it's Art Deco and old. I'm thinking of taming it in the middle because the purple flowers will look really nice against that. Along with using lavender along the fence as hedging behind the fence, and rosemary as well. But that's just a quick one. And is she going for the... You gonna eat it? You gonna eat it? Hello. Fuzzball. Fuzzy face. Oh. Go eat some grass. Go eat some grass. But yeah, so 6th of June is the day I start the actual big move. I'm going to be paying a rent for a week here and a week over there in order to have time where I can actually just take some plants individually. I don't want to put them in a truck with all the other stuff, you know. Also, I've got an aquarium, so I can take my fish out, transport them into a bucket over there with water that's been treated earlier in the morning, and then I can clean the big aquarium here and all that sort of stuff ready for the removalist. But yeah, I'm going to pretty much sleep there on the first night with my animals, but make a few trips beforehand with stuff like the computer and all that, because the electricity will be reconnected. But yeah, so if you haven't heard from me, that's why I've been really busy. I only found out a week and a half ago landlord wants to knock this down and turn it into a bed and breakfast. The surrounding idiot neighbours aren't going to be too impressed, but tough shit. Yeah, haven't been a real fan of them. So there we go, bigger, brighter things. There's a botanical park near where I'm going. There's rivers off from the ocean as well. The wildlife will be different, so I'm looking forward to really exploring. I'll probably do some local videos as well of places like the botanical gardens and that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll have a bigger place and we'll have so much more things we can do and lots of fun doing it. And I'm looking forward to taking a Shalimar. I'm looking forward to taking a footage of this one, because when she